Hey everybody, I'm Kyle.
Joey.
Jeffery.
And last week's video was Skyrim Help Wanted, and these are the comments. It is nighttime and we are in my car again. This is apparently the new community comments office. Carson Marlowe says, in quotes, quoting us, "We won't do a Skyrim video because of no snow in Texas. Temperature in Texas dropped to 32 degrees. Let's do a Skyrim video." We had to have it cold to like layer all that stuff on and get the costumes right. I mean, it was pretty cold. It was Texas cold, but it's still pretty cold.
It's
like
cold.
I'm sure it's nothing up compared to, northern temperatures at all, but for our fragile Texas bodies, it was it was cold enough. My fingers were hurting without gloves on.
I can't wear shorts. I can't wear t-shirts. Ian Gaston. All hail the Dragonborn and his mighty helmet pauldrons. Did he have helmets on his...
He did have helmets on his shoulders.
Okay.
Everybody noticed. I went to Party City and just grabbed some extra pieces.
Yeah.
And they were pretty picked over, but they had those
Plenty of
Roman
helmets.
helmets, and I just bought a couple of them and then safety pinned them to his shoulders, basically.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it worked
thought it
pretty well.
looked pretty good, yeah. For Ryan on. So how's the Kyle Companion mod coming along?
Somebody please do that.
I would pay money for that.
All About Gamers Zero says, Ethan should be a voice actor. I don't know what it is, but his tone or something makes/suits every video.
Kind of already is the voice actor.
Yeah, well, he started off wanting to be a voice actor at some point.
We've all been there.
And I think still, yeah, you did too. I've tried to push him to do it more. He definitely should. The voice acting world always looked really fun to me. It just looked like a fun thing to do. I would be interested in getting into it myself if it was possible. Like doing stuff for games would be a lot of fun, I think. Things like that.
Yeah, because you're just sitting in a room with your water and just chilling.
Well,
and
the nice thing is you don't have to look the part, right? You just have to do the voice,
yeah.
and that's the only requirement. As long as you can do that, I say that's the only requirement. Like that's easy or something. It does actually. Like I'm really impressed with actual voice actors, but it's to me that seems more fun because you can play a wider variety of characters without being typecast in a certain role because of your appearance or something like that. You can, as long as you can do the voice, you can play the part. But yeah, I'd be into it actually. And I've said this on a community comments before, and somebody sent us lines to try to do for one of their things, and I said I would do it, and I never got around to it. And I apologize for anybody for.
I'll do it. Send me
if
lines.
You're still listening.
I'll do lines. Nathan110063. Where did you get this version of Living Forever? I can only find one version of this song anywhere on the web.
And you can get all versions of Living Forever on iTunes, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and all the other things on the album White Lightning HQ by JP Ovando. We have one original track, one of his brand new version, and then one of all the different variant versions all together in one track, which is this one and the one that we've used at the end of the Kerbal Space Program videos and a couple other ones. There's
you can link it too, right?
4 different ones.
Buy it right here.
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I can do that. I think actually, iTunes I think is linkable on YouTube videos. So there's that. Unless you're on mobile, and then in which case it doesn't work, and they're trying to do that other stupid end plate thing that doesn't allow for any kind of creativity or control. But I can't use that and the other thing at the same time.
Anyway.
So just go to the description, and there'll be a link there that you can click.
From Rusty Slav.
We all look so creepy.
Rusty Slav Prawn. Where do you get all your costumes?
Good question. A variety of places. Our costumes today were fantastic.
Today's the best costume I've ever worn is today.
I was like, I need to collect all of the fantasy kind of stuff that I have, and it turned out it was a lot of stuff after 2 years. And then Joey brought some stuff from himself and his friends.
My prop boxes.
We've collected costumes over the years. I use Patreon money sometimes to just buy individual pieces off of Amazon. Sometimes we make them. A lot of our Civ 5 costumes I sew together really quickly just using different fabrics that I bought, and then
the cards themselves, there was lots of
that was a whole other process right there.
We got a lot of costumes from it though.
Yeah, that's true. We've reused a lot of things. A lot of it is like the more we collect, we end up just having so much that we can recombine things into new stuff with minimal effort. But some of it's even just like Party City costumes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big combination of stuff. We try to find the cheapest, easiest way to make what we want. And you can actually go see some of our behind the scenes videos and our Civ 5 videos. And those costumes are like they're built to look good from that angle in front of the camera and nothing else, because they would be really expensive otherwise. So it's like Joey just has cloth wrapped around him basically,
tablecloth, basically,
and then wearing more cloth around his head. I remember Joy, who played the
China.
Empress of China last time. Did you see that? Oh, you
I
were
was
there.
there,
You were
yeah.
there.
It was just the front.
It was just like strapped to her because it was too small.
We make it work.
Yep. Yeah. It always ends up working out. It's all about what the camera isn't seeing.
Camera
You
magic.
trick it.
Mr. Brunswick, I must say, I am curious, chaps. As time passes, will House Door Monster acquire themselves an official office or work out of home workspaces?
Eventually,
Yeah,
I
hopefully,
would love to
one
get
day.
an office. Yeah. I have told my parents if like the current house that we live in that you've seen in a lot of our videos, we had built for us. Like it was like we decided everything that we wanted in the house.
really?
Like
That's
we actually
cool.
like built it, and we're the first people to live in it.
Yeah.
If they ever get around to selling it, and I don't have enough money to buy it from them, I have at least told them that I am purchasing those doors.
Yes.
And then installing that into whatever Door Monster headquarters is eventually, so that we have the actual doors forever.
The Door Monster doors.
But yeah, I would like to eventually have some kind of office space to work out of, but we got a little bit of ways to go. I've almost gotten to the point where I can reliably support myself off the channel, which is why, yeah, so we'll see. If in the future we'd like to have a whole studio or something.
I'm down.
From Epic 4. What happened to the guy who played all the Kerbals? He's in Oklahoma.
John is still in Oklahoma despite everyone's insistence that he not be.
Why is he still in Oklahoma?
Well, he's stationed there.
That's right.
But he has had the option to leave and hasn't taken it.
He likes
But
to-
yeah, that's where he's currently stationed in Oklahoma. He's in the U.S. Army, and there's a base there where they test out all the artillery, and he stays there because it's still a reasonable distance from home. But I think he probably could transition to like San Antonio or maybe even here in Austin if he wanted to. So I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, that's where he is. He is supposed to be back for the entire month of February, so hopefully we'll have him
Take
in a few
advantage of that.
videos. Yeah, well, he's actually here. So that'll be cool. And then the month after that is March, where Squire is going to be here for a few days, who is a YouTuber that we met from England.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in at least
He did the
one video.
voice in
He's
the
the computer. Yeah.
computer voice, yeah.
Finger Knitter 19 says, do you guys have a game you love, but just haven't been able to work in a sketch on it?
I guess is there a game that we love that we haven't done a video about?
Right, because we can't. I think is what he's saying. Is like, is there a game that we haven't been able to do one? For me, it's mostly been really big scale sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do a PlanetSide 2 sketch forever, but there's just no way to do that because there's like you have to have all the armor and there's vehicles and all these big grand locations that's really hard to create. Making old timey
You say
costumes.
that, but I'd be surprised some of the stuff you recreated, like some of the Kerbal stuff.
I
and-
mean, yeah, but it's really it's armor. The more you get into
Oh.
like cloth, I can trick. I can't really do that with like hard metal stuff.
Right.
So it's like Halo, PlanetSide, anything like Mass Effect is a little bit tough too. The only one we've gotten remotely close to was Half-Life, and I spent an entire week, like 1 to 2 weeks, just building that suit of armor, just for the sake of the one sketch. Originally, it was for the punchline. I wasn't even going to be wearing the suit in the whole thing. If you remember, like the actual video, it's just that last part that I'm actually wearing it. So we then went and wrote the Half-Life 2 video just to justify having
so
built
you
that
could
suit
use
again.
it. Nice.
But yeah, that took so long. Like it'll be a little while before we can do things like that, just because of the cost of it.
There's so many games. I mean, it's like really
I
like
have such a big list of game suggestions
Yeah.
people have given us
Yeah.
that hopefully I will get to at some point. But another problem too is just that I don't have time to play games anymore, which kind of is a problem when I'm trying to write about them.
Inkman.
In Cumin.
What? Incuman says, so when are those D&D/Civilization games going to happen? Speaking of.
Well, the Civ one, like I said, hopefully soon. Actually, it may have happened already by the time this comes out. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's do it this week.
The D&D, we are still planning to have near the end of this month, preferably, which I've said a couple times. So instead of just saying the same thing again, I thought I'd tease a little bit more information about it. Because one person actually, I don't have them on here, but somebody asked us what classes and stuff we're going to be playing. So what we're actually doing for the game, it's going to be Pathfinder based. Ian is GMing because he has a Pathfinder computer in his brain and just knows all the rules, and so we don't have to look up anything. We're going to be streaming it from Jeffrey's place, and there are going to be, I think, 6 main recurring characters, and then we're gonna have guests come in as we go. The whole thing is going to be medieval superhero themed, kind of. So we have like 2 cities on this continent, and we're all playing vigilante classes, which is something that Pathfinder came out with, I think, a year ago. And then Ian also adopted the Gestalt rules from D&D, which means we can play 2 classes at the same time and level up both of them so that we have more variety and powers among us. So we're all playing vigilante, and then another thing. I'm playing a brawler, Joey's playing a bard, Jeffrey is playing a gunslinger, but the crossbow archetype, whatever that's called.
Yep.
So he's going to be like a crossbow sniper. Allison's going to be playing with us. She's playing a mesmerist tiefling. Who else? We have Ethan is playing a ratfolk ninja, which should be interesting. Ethan has a knack for making these really weird characters that should never work and then making them work beautifully. Yeah, we're going to be like just basically, we have so many people because we're going to be taking whoever's available during each time we want to stream and then, doing stuff with them. Marvel team up style, basically. That way we can leave some people out and it won't be a huge deal because all of our characters are still within the same city. You can just be like, this week we go on this adventure with these people.
Yeah. It was like Thor was left out of Civil War.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it'll be really easy to just kind of like bring people in and out that way. And so we're going to try to do once a month. If it gets really popular and it's not too difficult to maintain, we might increase it to like maybe every 2 weeks or something like that, just depending on how it goes. But that's the current plan, and we'd like to start by the end of this month. So hopefully we can get started on that pretty soon. Yeah, we just worked out Jeffrey's entire character on the car ride to film today, so we're getting there.
I think mine's the best. So.
Yeah, they're all actually really good characters. Like, I'm really impressed with everybody's characters so far. We just have, I think Joey's is the one that's the least defined so far. We just gotta find time to sit down and work your character out. Leave your comments and questions on this video and on any other video from this week, and we might get to it next week. And we will see you all next Friday. Bye.
Bye.